Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball on Power 107. The Mavericks are coming to bat here in the top of the first. They'll play the second game of a doubleheader against Humphreys Academy as the Mavericks win the first one 7-0. Due up for the Mavericks will be Dees, Tyson, and Roberts. As Dees watches the first strike come across, as Forbes is going to be the pitcher. And it's strike one. Burton, Estes. Estes will be the DH this game. As this 1-0-1 pitch comes in, 1-1. Ketchum, Walton, Miller, and Nixon. Estes will be DHing for Richardson, who will play the shortstop for the Mavericks here. As Dees worked a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 comes in 2-1 for the Rebels. Turner will be on the mound. Forbes, as Dees hits the ball to turn on shortstop, throw's gonna be high. It's gonna be an error on the throw. Dees will reach first base. In the field for the Rebels will be Rogers on first base, Porter on second, Taylor at shortstop, or Turner at shortstop, Taylor at third. Behind the mound will be Gailey. In the outfield will be Tyree in center, Donahue in right, and Hughes in left as Tyson will step to the plate. First hit's going to be a base hit down the line, and they call it fair. Not sure what Dees did. He just stopped. And the umpire hollers fair, which you're not supposed to do, and that stops the runner. You're supposed to just point without any call. That's the whole reason you don't say anything, is so the runner doesn't stop. So Dees should have scored on what was a double down the line. Thought it was a foul ball by Tyson. Tyson gets a double. He'll be pinch run for by Egger, and the Mavericks will have runners on the base pass on second and third now with Roberts coming up. Roberts had a good game last game as he was the pitcher. As Forbes is ready to deliver the pitch. It's going to be a big breaking ball, strike one to Roberts. Roberts again digs in with runners on second, third, and sees the ball. This one misses low, ball one. So the count evens to 1-1 to Roberts. Again, Roberts waits on the pitch. Just another break ball. It's hit deep. It's long. It's way long. It's going to be gone. You can kiss this one goodbye for Roberts. A 3-run shot over the left field fence. And just like that, the Mavericks are up 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. On the home run by Roberts, his second of the year. That ball was high, deep, and gone as the Mavericks wait on him to get around to the plate. He gets there. And the Mavericks lead 3-0 with Burton coming up next. So Roberts hits a 3-run home run. The Mavericks' first three batters on base and scored. And they take a 3-0 lead after winning the first game by the score of 7-0. Forbes faced three batters. All three of them have scored. They'll face Burton. Burton grounds to shortstop. The throw's going to be low, and they're going to scoop it up. Nice play by the first baseman that time as Burton's retired 6-3. And that's going to bring up Estes, the DH.
Hey, Bert. I'm good. What's up?
So the first pitch into Estes, high, ball one. Mavericks hit the ball hard so far against Forbes. Ball two comes in high also. Both of them, the catcher had to stand up to catch, and count now is 2-0 to Estes. As Forbes is struggling a little bit, he's given up 2 hits. There was an error, and then the home run by Roberts as Estes comes in batting .233. Roberts hits a home run over the left field fence, has Ketchum on deck here. 3-0 pitch, going to be a strike as Estes was taking the whole way. The 3-1 coming from Forbes, misses high, ball 4, and Estes will trot down to first base. And the Mavericks have a base runner on again with Ketchum coming up to bat. Ketchum's been swinging a hot bat. He's batting .395 on the season. Had a good first game. Walton's on deck. He was hit 3 times in the previous game. Mavericks lead 3-0 here as we're just underway in the top of the first inning. Rebels and Mavericks playing the second game of a doubleheader. Big breaking ball comes in, misses as Ketchum lets it go by. Good take by Ketchum. Estes takes a lead on first. He's not a big threat still, only has 1 stolen base this year. As Estes watches the second pitch come in on a fastball inside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count now to Estes. Or to Ketchum. The pitch will be on its way. It's a high fly ball to right field. The right fielder backs up, makes the catch. Wind was pushing it out, but he'll catch him on the fly ball as Estes is still on first base after the walk. Brings up Walton. Miller will be on deck. First pitch comes in low, ball 1. Comes into Walton's going to be ball 2 as it bounces in front of the plate, goes past the catcher, and Estes goes down to second base. Two-0 coming. Strike 1, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Man on second, 2 outs. Ball 3 high. Walton works the count to 3-1. Mavericks got 3 runs on a 3-run home run by.
All right, anything close, anything.
Roberts back earlier in the inning.
Practice.
Hit it over the left field wall, his second home run of the season. Walton walks, gives some Mavericks runners on first and second. Miller comes up batting .214. He's .353 with runners in scoring position. So he'll face Forbes for the first time. Watch a big breaking ball. Strike 1.
Swing at it now. Watch a breaker.
So 0-1 now to Miller. Forbes again delivers a breaking ball, strike 2. Counts 0-2 with 2 outs.
Come on, Jack.
Forbes again, he'll deliver the 0-2. Strike 3, swing on a high fastball. Miller chases that one, strikes out to end the inning as the Mavericks get 3 runs on a home run. And they'll bring out the pitchers. The defense after we get back for the Mavericks, and a word from our sponsors on Power 107. Chester Academy Baseball on Power 107. Mavericks lead 3-0 after the top of the first inning. Brought 8 players to the bat as the Mavericks come out on defense. They'll have D's on the mound. Burton will be in on third base. Richardson and short. Ketchum on second. Walton will be on first, and the outfield will be Roberts, Nixon, and Miller. As the Rebels will bring Tyree, Taylor, Turner, Forbes, Rogers, Donahue, Porter, Hughes, and Gailey to the mound or to the plate. And we're just about underway as Tyree comes to the plate first for the Rebels. First pitch from D is going to be a strike. The count's 0-1. D's will work again out of the windup. Be fouled back into his own foot. It'll be Tyree 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch coming. Big breaking ball misses outside, 1-2.
Hey, good spot.
So 1-2 count. Dees looks in, gets his signal. He's up 3-0. It'll be a ground ball to Burton. Big hop. He throws across easily, gets the out. 5-3 put out. That's going to bring up Taylor. Taylor's the third baseman. Dees gets out on his first batter. Comes back with the ball to Taylor, 1-0. Mavericks lead 3-0. We're just underway. Ball 2. Gonna be a line drive to right center field. It's gonna get past Miller and goes to the fence. As Miller gets it, Taylor's already to second base. Pro comes in, it's gonna be a triple. As that ball was tagged to right center. And Taylor gets a triple on the ball that was hit to the fence in right center field. Taylor can move pretty good as he came around the bases. That's going to bring up Turner, shortstop. Going to be a breaking ball, it just misses. 1-0. So 1-0 pitch coming to Turner. Good fastball, foul tip, strike 1. JP had a little mustard on that one. This is the first time that the Rebels in the 2 games had somebody to third base. They've got a runner on third with 2 outs after the triple by Taylor. Dees throws another breaking ball. This one high. The count moves to 2-1. Dees again looks, 2-1 count. Fouled out of play, 2-2. So Turner will step back in with the runner on third, 2-2 count, 1 out here. Ball 3 as that one misses low. So a 3-2 count now. Dees delivers ball 4 low. Turner will draw a walk, and Humphreys has runners on the corners on first and third after the triple and the walk. Next batter will be Forbes, the pitcher. He steps in with runners on the base paths. Runner on first goes. They'll try to throw down behind the runner on third, but Tyson drops the ball. 1-0 as Dees misses again on the outside part of the plate. Runners now both are in scoring position with 1 out. Mavericks lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dees misses again, just barely. 2-0. So 2-0. Another pitch comes in, gets through the glove of Tyson. 3-0. Same spot, must have been a little bit outside. Dees is a pitch away from walking the bases loaded after a triple on the walk. Does have somewhere to put Forbes. He'll have Rogers, the number 5 hitter, up next. Mavericks needing out after jumping ahead 3-0 on a home run by Roberts. 3-0 count coming, misses low, ball 4, and Dees has now walked the bases loaded. Mavericks having a hard time getting outs here right now in the top of the first. As Humphreys will have a pinch runner here for the pitcher. It'll be number 13, Davis. So Rogers steps in with the base loaded, 1 out. First pitch comes in, misses inside, ball 1.
Where is it missing?
So 1-0 count. Dees ready to throw again. This time gets it down the middle. Strike 1, 1-1. Rogers, the first baseman for the Rebels, has a chance to drive in some runs, 1 out. Base loaded, 1-1 comes. And it's going to be a pop fly high toward the dugout, and Dees had a chance to get it. Mavericks coach Weaver gets in his way a little bit as he was outside the dugout and kind of got in the pitcher's way, and the ball comes down and falls on the base paths. So Mavericks had a chance to get it out there. Coach Weaver gets in the way of Dees, and the batter's going to get an extra chance here after what should have been a pop foul in foul territory. Dees is up 1-2 and misses high 2-2.
Out front, let's go.
So 2-2 count, bases loaded, 1 out. Mavericks lead 3-0 in the bottom of the first against Humphreys Academy. Dees shakes off Tyson, now gets what he wants, delivers a breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the 2-2 pitch. A nice breaking ball, gets a backward strikeout on that one. Has 2 outs and a chance to get out with an out here. Humphreys has the bases loaded, and Donahue's coming up. Donahue back in the first game had 3 at-bats, struck out every time, and this one he's going to single or hit up the middle that Richard picks up on second base for the last out. He'll touch on second base. Donahue will be retired on a fielder's choice, and Mavericks get out of a bases loaded jam with less than 2 outs. They'll come to bat leading 3-0 when we come back in the top of the second inning from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks lead 3-0. Get out of a base load jam there in the bottom half of the first inning as Dees was able to get a strikeout and then a ground ball out to second base for the final out of the inning. Due up for the Mavericks will be Nixon, the number 9 hole hitter, and then back to the top, Dees, Tyson, and Roberts, as the pitcher will continue to be Forbes on the mound. Forbes finishes warm-up pitches as Nixon's coming toward the plate. Nixon on the season batting a little above 400. Mavericks took 8 to the plate in the first inning. As Nixon comes in, Taylor comes in onto the grass. Nixon's bunts pretty much every time using his speed. As Forbes is going to deliver the first pitch, Nixon pulls back, ball 1. So 1-0 to Nixon. Forbes in his motion throws in ball 2 as he misses again low. Nixon runs the count 2-0. So a 2-0 count here in the top of the second. Called strike 1 as Nixon was taken on that one. Count goes to 2-1, no outs, nobody on. Nixon, the first batter of the inning. Mavericks leading 3-0 as we're just underway, and he'll foul the next pitch back into the screen, 2-2. So 2-2 count now to Nixon. He'll have to protect the plate, and it's a big breaking ball. It hits about 57 feet, bounces up. Count now is 3-2. Nixon trying to be the second base runner of the game for the Maverick, or hitter of the game, to lead off the inning to get to the base. And he's got a 3-2 count. Forbes fires it in. It's going to be a ball hit to Turner at shortstop. One hit. He makes a low throw, but they get him just by half a step. 1 out. Turner lobbed that one to first base. Nixon's speed just about beat it out. And the Mavericks have an out against them as the Rebels were able to get a 6-3 putout. Brings up Dees. Dees reached on the error by Turner the first inning. Came around to score on the home run by Roberts. First pitch to Dees misses outside, ball 1. So 1-0 count, ball 2 low. Dees worked the count 2-0 just like Nixon. Nixon ends up grounding out to shortstop on a hard hit ball as Dees watches the 2-0 pitch come in, ball 3. So 3-0 now to Dees. Will be a strike. Right down the middle, he was taken all the way. 3-1 coming. Ball 4 outside. He'll take the walk and trot down to first base. Gives the Mavericks their first runner of the second inning. Brings up Tyson. Tyson doubled down the line. Should have been a triple. Umpires screamed fair ball. And Dees stopped on the base paths thinking it was foul. He ends up going to third base, and Tyson had to pull up into second. First pitch, Dees goes, and he'll have the base stolen. That'll be his 12th stolen base of the season. He's the team leader. Tyson watched that one go by. It was a strike. As Dees is on second base now, Tyson has 0-1 count. Sees the breaking ball go low. It gets away from the catcher. Dees will trot to third base. Mavericks are 90 feet away from their 4th run. Anything Tyson can put into play other than the pitcher will be a run for the Mavericks. And this ball's going to be hit toward right field. It's going to get over the head of the right fielder. The wind's blowing off the out that way. It bounces off of the wall. It's going to be the second stand-up double in a row for Tyson. Back-to-back doubles. And that's going to bring in a run with D's, give Tyson another RBI, be his 19th of the season. And Roberts will come up after a home run. His first at bat, he'll have a runner on second base. It'll be Edgar, the pinch runner, or the courtesy runner for Tyson.
No, you hit it 4 times at shortstop. Pick another spot. Pick another spot.
Roberts will stand in, waits on the first pitch, big swing, strike one. He was trying to hit another long one. He took a whack at that one. He was thinking long ball again. He's down 0-1. As Forbes again comes set, looks at second base and delivers home. Big breaking ball, strike 2, swinging. He fouls it off toward the dugout of Humphreys on the third base side. And now Forbes is up 0-2 with 1 out. Runner on second. Burton's on deck. Burton's hit the ball hard today, but it's been hit at the shortstop just about every time. Pitch comes low and outside. Ball 1. One and 2. Roberts will step back in. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball. Good job by Roberts to hold off. That ball broke sharply to the ground. Hit in front of the plate. Count moves 2-2. Mavericks lead 4-0 here in the top of the second inning as the Mavericks got 3 in the first and picked up another one here in the second. They've gotten the 4 runs on 3 hits so far. 2-2 on its way to Roberts. Misses low again. 3-2.
Hey, good at bat, buddy. What they call waiver relief? You know he pulled a hand.
So Edgar will take his lead on second base here. 3-2 count to Roberts. Forbes delivers it. And it's going to be a high fly ball on left side. The wind's blowing it back fair toward territory, but Taylor will make the catch in foul territory for the second out of the inning. He'll get a pop out on Roberts in foul territory by third base, and it brings up Burton. Wind's blowing straight out to right. Burton comes in, watch the first pitch break over the outside part of the plate, ball 1. Forbes again's been able to get around the runner on second. He goes. Edgar's going to go to third, and he's going to be in there safe, get a stolen base. Be Edgar's 7th stolen base of the season. Burton goes up 2-0 as the throw is low. Forbes move back to the windup here, down 2-0 to Burton. Pitch comes inside, ball 3.
Hey, stay down on it. Let's go.
3-0 count. Swinging away on 3-0, fouls it down the third base side, 3-1.
Stay back, buddy.
3-1 pitch, high, ball 4. Burton will take a walk, trot down to first base. We'll give the Mavericks runners on first and third. Brings up Estes. Estes' first time walked and was stranded at second base. First pitch to Estes is going to be fouled out of play. Count will be 0-1. Mavericks got 4 runs on the board. 2 outs and runners on first and third. Seeing if they can pick up another run here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch comes in again, this time a breaking ball, strike two. Estes didn't like it, thought it was inside as Burton steals a base. Gives the Mavericks runners on second and third, counts 0-2. Estes will have to protect the plate here. Pitch comes, misses just outside, 1-2. Ketchum will be on deck. Ketchum flew out to right field his first time up. Forbes sets to deliver again. A big breaking ball called, strike three. On a pitch that looked low and inside. Estes watches it go by, and that's going to be it for the Mavericks this inning. The Mavericks do get one run as they'll come in to the bottom of half of the second inning with the Mavericks leading 4-0 when we come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks lead 4-0 as we go into the bottom of the second inning. Mavericks are up have out hit the Rebels 3-1. As the Mavericks are about to start this inning, due up for the Rebels be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Porter, Hughes, and Gailey. Gailey's the new catcher. Didn't play in the first game. As Dees comes back on the mound, he was able to work out of a jam in the first, had bases loaded with one out. As he looks in to deliver the first pitch, high, ball one. Porter steps back in. Mavericks have left 4 runners on, 3 of them in scoring position in the first 2 innings as Dees throws a strike on a swinging strike by Porter. He missed the pitch. Count now is 1-1. One comes in, strike two, 1-2. Fastball right down the middle. Good pitch by Dees. So he's got a 1-ball, 2-strike advantage as he's facing Porter. He starts his windup, throws the breaking ball. Hey, now call strike 3 on that one. The breaking ball comes right over the plate. He'll get another K. That's his second strikeout as Porter strikes out for the first time today in this second game. And Hughes comes up, and then Gailey next is on deck. First pitch to Hughes will be fouled out of play. Oh, 1 count. Dees again works ahead on the first pitch. Second pitch, breaking ball called, strike 2. 0-2. Dees gets a benefit of the doubt on that one. He's got an 0-2 lead. And it's going to be another breaking ball. It's going to be hung. And nice job hitting by Hughes as he lines this one up the middle for a base hit. Umpire's making it tough on both sides hitting as he's got a big strike zone. So 1 One man on, one out. Dees delivers a pitch. It's going to be a swinging strike by Gailey. 0-1. Dees was up 0-2 to Hughes. Hung a breaking ball, and Hughes made him pay. Slapped it out to right center. Straight up the middle. Nixon picked it up, threw it in, and Hughes is on first base with the out. 0-1 comes in to Gailey. Gailey misses inside, 1-1. Mavericks have won 4 games this week. They're in their 5th one, a doubleheader against Humphreys Academy. As Dees gets Gailey to swing at a high fastball, 2-1. Mavericks on the season are 14-1, trying to get their 15th victory tonight versus Humphreys Academy. As Dees will check first base, deliver the 0-2 in, and get Gailey to swing another high fastball, gets another strikeout, his 3rd one of the game, and he'll be back to the top of the lineup in Tyree with 2 outs and a man on first base. Tyree's grounded out to Burton to lead off the game. Burton scooped it up and threw a strike across the diamond to get him. As Dees delivers the first pitch to Tyree, swings at a high curveball, couldn't catch up to it, way out in front. Manchester pitcher's up 0-1 as Humphreys' third base coach shaking his head. So 0-1 on its way, called strike 2. Misses just outside. I called that one a little bit too fast, not sure where it missed.
Woo, that looked good.
Counts 0-2, or 1-1, excuse me. Umpire may have blinked on that one. So 1-1 pitch coming from Dees with the runner still on first base. High check swing, they call it a strike. Taylor couldn't hold up, or Tyree couldn't hold up on that one. He falls behind 1-2. So 1-2 now with 2 outs. Dees has a chance and gets him again on the same thing. Should strike him out on that one. See, check swing and went. They did not call a strike. They're not going to appeal it, I guess. Absolutely went around. And the umpire missed that one. It's going to be a 2-2 call. And the breaking ball is going to be slapped foul. 2-2 still. From our angle, it looked like the batter went around more that time than he did the first time, where the umpire called it a strike, but he didn't give the Mavericks that one. The count stays at 2-2 as Dees has a runner on first base with 2 outs. Runner goes, pitch low. The runner's going to have a stolen base, and the count goes 3-2 to Tyree as Hughes goes to second base on the pitch. So 2-2 or 3-2 count for Dees. Runner on second now. He does have a place to put him. Gonna throw him a fastball, strike 3, gets him on a high inside fastball, strikes out the side, picks up his 4th strikeout. The Mavericks will get out of the inning as Humphreys leaves another runner on base in scoring position. They've left 3 on in scoring position through 2 innings. The Mavericks will take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 3rd when we come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks lead 4-0. I had accidentally looked at the scoreboard on the game that wasn't finished a couple of weeks ago where the Mavericks led 5-0. The Mavericks will lead 4-0 as they go into the top of the third inning as the Rebels will have a new pitcher. It'll be number 1, Turner, the shortstop. Due up for the Mavericks will be Ketchum, Walton, and Miller. Then Nixon will be the number 9 hole hitter. As Turner will come in to pitch. And we'll see what Turner does. Ketchum will step in. Ketchum flew out to right field his first time. Ketchum steps in as Turner delivers the first pitch. Swinging strike 1 at a low fastball.
Leave it down.
Ketchum goes 0-1. Again, Ketchum steps back in with 0-1. Turner delivers a big breaking ball. It's going to be out of play, 0-2. Mavericks up 4-0 after they scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second. They're just coming to bat here in the top of the third. As Ketchum goes down 0-2. And he'll see a fastball is fouled out of play again. Count remain 0-2. Ketchum steps back in. Hit his first one high to right field. The right fielder was able to get underneath it. Called strike 3 on Ketchum as he watches the fastball catch the outside part of the plate. That's the first strikeout for Turner against his first batter. Brings up Walton. Walton on the day has got a walk in this game. First game he was hit by 3 pitches and walked, so he's been on base all 4 times today. So he'll face Turner here. First pitch comes in, misses low, ball 1. So a 1-0 pitch coming. It's going to be a breaking ball. 1-1. One and one count to Walton, left-handed batting first baseman. Miller's on deck. New pitcher Turner got a strikeout against Ketchum. And he'll throw another pitch here to Walton, missing low and outside. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. 3-1. So 3-1. Coming in, strike 2 to Walton. He took a fastball on a 3-1 pitch. He'll step back in 3-2. It's going to be on its way. Misses ball 4 high. He'll take another walk.
Jack, on Jack.
As Miller step in, he struck out his first time up. He'll have a runner on first base. First pitch coming. Miller ought to be looking for a fastball. Strike 1. So he watched that one go over the outside part of the plate. So he's 1-0. Runner on first base. Miller watched the breaking ball come in 1-1. One out here. The Mavericks got a runner on first base as Walton walks again. 1-1 count to Miller. Swinging strike 2. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. He'll have to choke up, protect the plate now. Down 1-2.
Get a piece of it.
So 1-2 count. Pitch comes in low. Nice job by Miller to watch that one. 2-2 as ball gets away. Walton will go down to second base. Miller's even the count 2-2. I have to protect the plate here with Walton on second base. Pitch comes low, ball 3-2. So Miller's worked the count from 0-2 to 2-2.
You now. Anything close?
We'll see they're brave enough to throw a breaking ball here with one out and runner on third. Turner sets to deliver. Swinging strike 3 on a pitch on the outside part of the corner low. Miller's going to strike out for the second time. And it's going to bring up Nixon. First pitch is going to miss ball 1. So a 1-0 pitch coming to Nixon, 2 outs. Got Walton on second base. And he'll watch the ball come across high, ball 2. So a 2-0 count now. Turner works out of the stretch again. First baseman's halfway to home plate. Nixon squares the bunt, pulls back. It's going to be a strike. 0-1. So an 0-1 count or 2-1 count now to Nixon. Again, he tries to bunt. This one goes foul. 2-2. 2-2 count to the batter. Number 9 hole hitter for the Mavericks. They lead 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. 2 outs and a runner on second base. As Turner's come in, struck out 2, throws one low to Nixon for ball 3. Catch and Miller have both struck out this inning. As Nixon steps back in with a 3-2 count. Pitch comes, going to be a ground ball, base hit. They'll wave Walton around. They're going to throw it in. It'll go all the way to the home plate as Nixon stays on first base. Mavericks score a run on a base hit by Nixon up the middle. Brings up Dees. So Dees on top of the lineup comes back up. Nixon's on first with Dees. Dees has reached on the air and reached on a walk. He's 0 for 1. Scored both times. Mavericks lead 5-0 here in the top of the third. First pitch comes in low, ball 1, and Nixon will steal second base. Mavericks now have another runner in scoring position as Nixon goes to first to second. Two outs with Dees at the plate. Turner again looks back to Nixon on second. Pitch comes in low, ball 2. Two and 0. Mavericks would like to pick up another one here in the top of the third if they get an opportunity. Strike 1 called on a fastball. Dees was taken. Count's 2-1 now with 2 outs. Mavericks lead 5-0 as Walton came around from second base on a single from Nixon just a minute ago. Nixon's now on second base and Turner will look at him and deliver home. Strike 2 swinging as Dees chased a high fastball. Dees will step back in. I'll have 2 strikes on him now. Nixon's got a big lead. We'll see if he goes here. He's going to stay still. It's going to be a breaking ball, and it's going to be a little line drive off the second baseman's glove. It'll be error on the second baseman. Nixon's going to come around and score, and Dees will reach on the error, but drive in the run. As Nixon comes around, second baseman took his eye off a little line drive. Should have been the last out of the inning. It'll be an error on the second baseman as Dees is now on first base, leading the team in stolen bases on the season with 12. We'll see if he goes here, as he'll run for himself. Well, they'll get a courtesy runner in Austin. Austin on the season has 5 stolen bases. Tyson will step in to bat again, 3rd time today. In the second game, he's doubled twice. As Turner sets and delivers to him outside ball 1 on a fastball that misses high and out. Again, Mavericks pick up another run, 6-0. And Tyson hits one high to left center. And center fielder comes over and makes the catch to end the inning. Tyson will fly out to the center fielder in left center field. Be the 3rd out. The Mavericks will be done for the inning. They do pick up 2 runs again, though, and they lead 6-0 when we come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball on Power 107. The Mavericks lead 6-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd inning against Humphreys Academy. In the second game of a 2-game varsity doubleheader, the Mavericks won the first game today in 7 innings, 7-0, as Brody Roberts picked up his 8th win of the season. J.P. Dees is on the mound now for the Mavericks. He's gone 2.5 innings so far. He's pitched 2 hit ball and he's not giving up a run, as he'll face the middle part of the lineup for the Rebels, the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters, as he'll throw a breaking ball across to Taylor for a strike on the first pitch. He'll be up 0-1. A 0-1 pitch coming high on another breaking ball. That one missed badly, and the count now is 1-1. Mavericks have 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Humphreys 0 runs on 2 hits. They've committed 2 errors in the field as the 1-1 comes in high, ball 2, 2-1. Mavericks trying to get to 15-1. they're 2-1 against the batter Taylor. Now 3-1. If the Mavericks can win this game, that'll be their 11th win in a row after dropping the only contest this year that they've dropped to Canton Academy. As Dees thought he had a good one, they're going to call it a ball, and he's going to walk Taylor on 4 pitches after getting a strike on the first one. Taylor goes down to first base, as he'll be a runner for the Rebels, a leadoff runner. Dees was able to get out of a base load jam in the first inning, cruise through the second inning, but has walked Taylor here in the third. Brings up Turner, the shortstop. He walked his first time, as Dees will check the runner at first, throw it into the bag, and Turner slides back in safely. Dees again will look home but check first and then deliver the pitch. Strike one called. 0-1. Humphreys hadn't tried to run much. They've got 1 stolen base against the Mavericks all day. As Taylor takes another lead, another pitch comes in, strike. This one hitting the outside corner. Count now is 0-2 to Turner. Turner's the pitcher on record now for the Rebels. As Dees again will check first base. He'll deliver home and plunk Turner in his ribs, and that'll be a walk and hit by pitcher at a 0-2 count, and then hits the batter. First and second now for Humphreys Academy, bringing up Forbes. Forbes started the game at pitcher, was relieved in the second inning. He walked his first time up back in the first and then stranded on first base. Dees looking to get an out here as he walked and hit a batter. Now faces the cleanup hitter in Forbes. Checks second, delivers home inside, 1-0. Big lead on second base for Taylor. 1-0 comes in low and outside. Nice grab by Tyson as Taylor thought he was about to go. 2-0 on the batter. And that's 6 straight pitches that Dees has thrown balls to, actually going back to the... He actually hit a batter in between, but was up 0-2, but he's down 2-0 now to Forbes with no outs. Humphreys left 4 on base in the first 2 innings, 3 in scoring position. Mavericks have been able to work around some hits and been able to get out of the inning. Hadn't had to pay for anything yet. They've gone 9 scoreless innings against Humphreys so far today, but Humphreys has a chance to get some runs with the runner on first and second. As Mavericks have Coach Weaver out there talking to the pitcher, Dees. Now they'll come back as Tyson will get back behind the plate. Dees needs a strike here on a 2-0 count. Forbes has Rogers on deck. Checks the runner at second. He'll deliver home. Strike over the plate right there, right down the middle. 2-1. He needed that one. He threw it right down the middle, took a little bit off of it. Forbes was taken all the way. So Dees now 2-1. Misses again inside, 3-1. 3-1 pitch coming up. Mavericks don't want any more base runners. The Rebels have runners on first and second. 3-1 delivered. Ball forward just off the plate. And that's going to walk the bases loaded as Dees has put 3 on here in the second inning. Mavericks do lead 6-0. But there's no outs, and they have Rogers coming up. Rogers struck out his first time up. He's a first baseman for the Rebels.
Pitch downhill, let's go.
Dees will work out of the windup now. First pitch comes to Rogers, low, ball 1, 1-0. 1-0 pitch misses just barely outside. 2-0, and I think Coach Hester's seen all he's going to see as he's going to make the second mound visit. That'll be a pitching change for the Mavericks. We'll go to Power 107 and take a commercial break and be back after this message from our sponsors. Got through 2 innings, but was walked the bases loaded here in the third. The Mavericks will make the change to Garner Burton. Burton came in the first game in the 7th inning to throw 1 inning. He struck out 3 on the season. He's 15 and a third innings now with 11 walks versus 24 strikeouts, 2.7 ERA. Opponents batting .203 against him. And he'll face Rogers, who's the number 5 hole hitter for the Rebels. All 3 base runners will be Dees' responsibility as Garner comes into the game with the bases loaded. We'll see if he can work some magic, get the Mavericks out of this. If he can get through Rogers, Donahue, and Porter. First pitch on its way. Misses outside, ball 1. Humphreys has gotten where they're taking it. And that's going to be a ball 4 as he throws 2 straight balls, and he'll walk Forbes down to first base. Or excuse me, Rogers.
Come on, Garner.
Let's go, buddy.
He came in with a 2-0 count through 2 balls, and now Rogers is on first base. The base is still loaded. First pitch comes in to Donahue, high, ball 1.
Come on.
So 1-0 to Donahue. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up into the first inning as Burton gets his first strike across the plate. Donahue was the last out, actually hit it to the shortstop who touched second base, and that ended the inning. Next pitch, Donahue's going to be fouled out of play. Counts now 1-2. So 1-2 pitch coming for Burton's a breaking ball. Hey, called strike 3 on that one. That's the first out. Be the 4th punch out of the day for Burton. The first one of the second game. He only pitched the last inning of the first game where he had 3 strikeouts. So 1 out. First pitch now to Porter, who's a strikeout victim against Dees, is a strike. Strike 2. Another fastball right down the middle as Burton's starting to heat up a little bit. He's got a strikeout after the walk to Forbes. He's up 0-2 on Porter. Just misses outside, 1-2. So 1-2 pitch, he threw another fastball. Probably no reason to get away from that right now as he's overpowered Porter on his first two. So 1-2 count, bases loaded. He throws him a breaking ball, called strike three, another called strikeout for Burton on a nice breaking ball. He's come in to get 2 strikeouts and now faces Hughes. Hughes singled back in the second inning. The Mavericks have given up a run after loading the bases with no outs. Burton's come in to get 2 strikeouts to slow down the Tide as he'll throw a ball into Hughes on a breaking ball. It misses inside.
Gotta finish that one.
So 1-0, bases loaded, 2 outs now. Fastball, swinging strike one, 1-1. Again, Burton looks in, gets a signal, delivers another fastball. Just misses low. 2-1. So 2-1 count now, bases loaded. Fouled out of play by Hughes back over the backstop, and Burton's 2-2 and a pitch away from getting out of the inning without giving up but 1 run as the bases were loaded with no outs. 2-2 on its way. It's going to be a breaking ball. Check swing, strike 3 as Tyson drops it, steps on the plate. And then that'll be the 3rd strikeout. The Mavericks will get out of the inning, giving up 1 run on no hits. There were no errors. There was 3 left on base, and through 3 innings, the Mavericks lead 6-1. And we'll be back shortly from Power 107 with the top of the 4th inning. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks will come to the top of the 4th inning, leading 6-1 for the 2nd time in the game. Humphreys had the bases loaded with less than 1 out and do not get but 1 run. The Mavericks been able to get out of some jams. The Rebels have left 7 runners on through 3 innings, 6 of them in scoring position. And that's going to bring up the Mavericks meat of the order with Roberts, Burton coming up, and then Estes will be the next hitter. He's the DH. Humphreys actually have left 5 on in scoring position, not 6, but nevertheless, they've had opportunities. The Mavericks are leading 6-1 going to the top of the 4th with Roberts coming up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He's hit a home run and then popped out to the 3rd baseman in foul territory as he'll face Turner, who's the new pitcher for the Rebels. Came in last inning and did a good job against the Mavericks, allowing only 1 run when he came in with 2 runners on base. Burton will be on deck, who's pitching for the Mavericks. He's had 6 strikeouts in 2 innings today in 2 different games. He's struck out the side both innings he's pitched as Roberts take the first one low, ball 1. Become overcast here at the Rebel Field at Humphreys Academy. Wind still blowing out to center, or right center. Turner's ready to deliver the 1-0. Going to be a sharp hit down the 3rd base side, fair ball. We'll see if Roberts goes for 2. He's going to try to get there. Throw's going to be outside the bag. He'll slide in safely. It was going to be a bang-bang play, but the throw was wide, and Roberts hustles in for a double, second hit of the day. And he'll be on second base after driving one down the left field line. Brings up Burton, and then Austin will pinch hit for the DH, Estes. So Burton steps back in. 0 for 1 on the day. He walked last time. He's going to line a shot in between first and second to right field. It's going to be a base hit. They're going to turn Robertson at third. He'll slow down and stop there, and the Mavericks have runners on first and third. We'll see if they give a courtesy runner to Burton since he's the pitcher now. And that brings up Hayden Austin. Austin in the first game doubled over the center fielder's head. First base hit of the year for him, as he's now batting .200 on the season. He's 1 for 5. And he'll come up to bat with Ketchum on deck. Walton will be in the hole in the dugout. Mavericks have runners on first and third, no outs. And we've got a timeout, not sure what's going on. Umpires are trying to get Austin's number to the Humphreys coach. He'll come in to pinch hit. He'll face Turner here. Turner's got runners on first, third. He'll deliver home high, ball one. As Burton stays on first base, he'll run for himself. Ketchum is on deck. Ketchum is flown out and struck out. Austin's first at bat today, coming in for the DH, and he swings and fouls one back into the net, 1-1. Mavericks lead 6-1. Austin again steps in from the left side, facing the right-handed pitching Turner with runners on the corners. He'll watch a big breaking ball miss 2-1. As Burton's still on first base, hadn't stolen yet. Not sure why they hadn't run him. 2-1 count now to Austin with no outs. Pitch comes in. It's going to be a high fly ball, and it's going to drop in right center field as Austin's going to go into second base with a stand-up double. Center fielder let that ball kind of float over his head with the wind blowing out, took a bad angle. It's going to be another double for Austin. He got one in the first game, and it's going to bring up Ketchum. Austin drives in Roberts from third base, so he'll get an RBI and another double as he comes in to hit for Estes. Mavericks will have runners on second and third now with no outs, leading 7-1. Ketchum comes up after flying out to right field and striking out, and Walton now is on deck. And the Rebels are going to make them a change and change their left fielder and center fielder. Coach felt like it should have been called as Ketchum swings at the first one low, strike one. Walton is on deck.
Stay on that wheel. Come on, buddy.
0-1. Big breaking ball. 1-1 as it missed outside. Turner again. Ready to throw. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Should be able to make the play at first. He does, but that drives in a run as Ketchum's thrown out 6-3. Another run comes in from the Mavericks, and they now lead 8-1. And Austin goes third base, brings up Walton now with one out. Walton on the day still doesn't have a at bat. He's walked twice this game. First pitch to him is going to be a ball out to center field. It's going to be a base hit.
Swing the the bat.
And he's going to drive in a run, makes the score 9-1. Brings up Miller. He's struck out both times today. He's looking for his first hit as he's got a runner on first base. 9-1, the Mavericks lead. Bats starting to come alive as they've got 9 runs on 8 hits now. Miller comes in looking for his first hit. First pitch comes in, strike one over the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Turner's got a runner on first. He's going to work from the stretch, throws that big breaking ball. Foul ball toward the right side. It's going to get out of play. Miller was a little bit behind the breaking ball. He's down 0-2. He'll have to protect the plate now. So 0-2 with 1 out. Runner on first. Turner's got all kinds of options. He's up on Miller 0-2. Pitch comes. Fouled straight back on a 0-2 fastball. Miller stays alive. Mavericks lead 9-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. They've scored 3 runs. Have a runner on first with 1 out as Walton got his first hit of the day, driving in a run. Miller's 0-2. Turner again looks back to first base. He'll deliver home. Breaking ball, nice job by Miller to hold off on that one. 1-2. So Turner again way ahead of Miller with a 1-2 count. Miller's fouled off 1 with 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Call strike 3 on a pitch that was way off the plate. And Miller's going to strike out on that one. Not much he could do. That ball was way off the plate. Umpire missed that call, and Miller's going to strike out again and brings up Nixon. So Nixon comes in, takes ball 1. 1-0 as Walton's on first base now with 2 outs. Pitch comes in. It's going to be a bunt. Nice bunt. This is going to be an easy hit for Nixon. Moves runners up to first and second. He'll get an infield hit for the second time on a bunt. Makes the runners go to first and second. Brings up Dees. So first and second, 2 outs, 9-1 lead. Dees is at the plate. Pitch comes. Inside, ball 1. Turner's got runners on first and second. 1-0 count to Dees. Misses low, 2-0. So a 2-0 count to Dees with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Mavericks would love to get a 10th run across the plate with a base hit. Walton's on second. 3-0 now on a pitch that was way high. As Dees has worked the count to 3-0, he's 0 for 2 today. He's reached twice on errors and once on a walk, so he's been on base all 3 times. He's had the benefit of the 2 errors that the Rebels made. 3-0 comes in, strike 1 on the inside part of the plate that was very low, just about hit the plate. The umpire's been pretty unsteady today for the Mavericks. 3-1 count now to Dees. Pitch comes, strike 2. And all Dees can do is smile at that one. So 3-2 count now. The runners will be off on the pitch as Turner's worked the pitch back. And it's going to be a slow ground ball that sees its way through. Walton's going to score. I'm not sure what Nixon's doing. He stopped it at second. Dees is going to be thrown out at third, or at second too. but he'll drive in the run. Nixon just stopped on the play, and he'll be all the way to third, but that's going to be the fourth out or third out of the inning. Mavericks will pick up one more run, and it'll be 10-1 going into the bottom half of the fourth inning. We come back from power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks get a couple more, or 4 runs actually in the fourth inning, take a 10-1 lead. They've out-hit the Rebels 10-2 as the Mavericks will come back on the field with Burton on the mound. Mavericks will hopefully get out of this inning and look to put one more run on the board in the top half of the fifth to maybe end this one in 5. As Burton's finishing his warm-up pitches, due up for the Rebels will be number 9 hole hitter Gailey, Tyree, and then Taylor. And that'll be the lineup for the Rebels here in the bottom half of the fourth, trailing 10-1 to the Mavericks. Mavericks won the first game 7-0. As Gailey was a strikeout victim his first time. First pitch comes in swinging, strike 1. Counts 0-1. Burton's ready to go again as the umpire holds him up. Humphreys County coach late getting to first base. He'll throw a breaking ball and miss outside, 1-1. Mavericks scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to get 10 runs on those 10 hits. They committed no errors now through 11 innings of a doubleheader. Humphreys Academy's got 1 run. They've left the base game as Burton misses just barely outside again. 2-1. So 2-1 count, no outs. Leadoff hitter in Gailey swings and fouls one back into the fence. 2-2. Burton will have a chance to get his 4th strikeout here, as Gailey's got 2 strikes on him. Now he's a strikeout victim his first time, back in the second. Pitch comes in outside, 3-2. So 3-2 count. Big pitch for Burton, doesn't want to put anybody on base. Swinging strike 3, gets his 4th strikeout in a row. Brings up Tyree, and then Taylor. Tyree on the day is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third base and struck out back in the second. And he'll face Burton for the first time. And they'll pinch hit Tyree with a new batter. I'll get his number here in just a second. It's going to be number 19, Turner. And he'll watch the first pitch come across as a strike. So Turner will come in for Tyree. Turner takes a strike on his first one. And now he's going to line one to left field, a base hit. So first hit against Burton will be a line drive by the pinch hitter to left field. Gives the Rebels another base runner and brings up Taylor, third baseman. He's tripled in the first inning and walked and scored the only run for the Rebels in the third inning, as he'll come up to bat on the right-handed place as Turner will be pinch run for by Tyree, who he came in to pinch hit for. So Tyree will come right back into the game as Taylor's ready to step in. First pitch comes in, strike to Taylor. On deck is Turner. He's got his sleeves rolled up, and all I can think about is Lou Brown from Major League saying, "Son, we wear caps and sleeves at this league." As Taylor just hits one down right field side, and he's going to get a double at least. Miller cuts it off in the corner, gets it back in, holds them to a double, and keeps the run at third and Tyree. But the Rebels have runners now on second and third with one out, and it brings Turner to the plate.
Down, buddy.
He'll unroll his sleeve now that he comes up to bat. Burton will throw a breaking ball, strike one to Turner. Good pitch. Turner's 1 for 2 on or doesn't have at bat. He got hit by a pitch and walked, so no plate appearances. So he'll watch strike 2, missed just barely off the plate. Goes to 1-1.
Nice spot.
Awesome spot.
So 1-1 now. Thought he had a strike there against Turner. Throws a breaking ball low, 2-1. Mavericks lead 10-1. They've got runners on second and third, though. They flirted with danger all night as Humphreys left 5 on base in scoring position. Turner's got a 2-1 head start on Burton as he throws a fastball that just misses again. Not sure where he's missing those. And the count's now 3-1.
You set up outside, Dave?
So a 3-1 count. Dean's catcher's gonna throw it back to Burton on a pitch that was high that time, ball 4. 3 times Tyson, the catcher, didn't move his glove, and
It's all right, let's go.
bases are loaded again for the 3rd time today for the Rebels.
Roll it up.
Mavericks have a chance for a double play here as the ball's hit to Dees. He'll step on second, throw across, and they'll make the play, and that'll end the inning on a nice double play by Dees. Mavericks get a twin killer there to end the inning with bases loaded for the 3rd time tonight. Humphreys Academy's had the bases loaded with less than 2 outs and have only scratched across 1 run. The Mavericks will take a 10-1 lead into the top half of the 5th inning. We come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Mavericks get out of the bottom half of the 4th inning with a double play by Dees. He was able to catch the ball near second base, touch the bag, and then come on to the throw to first base. It got the pitcher by the runner by just a little bit. As the Mavericks will come to bat here with Tyson Roberts and then Burton will be up to bat. As I'm going to be joined in the 5th inning by my sometime color man, Wyatt Burton. His brother's on the mound, Garner Burton. White, the umpire's been a little inconsistent today. What do you think?
I think he is too.
He's been all over the place for sure. So Tyson's going to be up first, White. He's been 2 for 3 today as he's gotten 2 doubles down the right field line before flying out to center field. The Mavericks need 1 run here and then maybe hold the Rebels, and we can go home for the weekend and have a good spring break after all these ball games. What do you say?
I think Dean's gonna put in a play. I think he's been hitting really good, and I think he's gonna put one more in play, and he's gonna be on first base or somewhere.
That'd be a good place to be with Brody Roberts coming up as Humphreys is finishing up their pitches. Turner will stay on the mound for the Rebels. The Rebels have left 10 runners on today and on the base paths, with 7 of them being in scoring position. 3 times they've had runners on base, and the Mavericks have been able to get out of the inning without giving up but 1 run as Tyson's ready to step in. And you think he's going to get a base hit here, huh? What?
Yes, sir.
Well, here comes the first pitch from Turner. It's going to be a breaking ball, and this one's high and deep down the right field side. It's going to be foul, or it would have been way out of here. He tagged that one there, just as you said he would, White.
Yeah, he tattooed the ball. If he would have hit that one fair, it would have been gone.
It would have been gone, and that would have been the 11th run for the Mavericks. But it was a foul ball, which is just a long strike, so Tyson will step back in with an 0-1 count as Turner again delivers a pitch that's going to be on the outside part of the plate for a 1-1 count. Mavericks have scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth as they come to bat here in the 5th with the heart of their lineup up, the number 3, 4, and 5 hitters. And again, this ball's blistered down the left side in between shortstop and third. And as my color man said, he was going to get on first base. You called that one, White. So tell me what Brody's going to do when he comes up.
Well, in the first inning, he hit a home run, and I think he's been really aggressive this game, and I think he's going to put one in play too.
I agree. He's been aggressive. He did have one pop out on the third base side on foul territory, but he's hit a home run and a double. He's 2 for 3, and they'll have a courtesy runner who will be Jake Lewis Paul. He's a freshman. He's run a few times today. He's got 2 stolen bases so far as Roberts is up to bat, and we'll watch the first one come in high from Turner, 1-0. So 1-0 count now to Roberts. With Paul on first base, Burton is on deck. Pitch comes into Roberts, misses outside, 2-0. Tyson singled after hitting a long one over the fence on the right side that went foul. He's runners on first base, representing the 11th run for the Mavericks if he can come around. 2-0 pitch, 2-1. So 2-1 here to Roberts. Turner will set to deliver. It's going to be a ground ball toward the hole, so going to go off the glove of Taylor. Nobody's at third. They're going to run all the way over. Jake Lewis Paul from first third as the third baseman came in front of the shortstop, missed the ball, and then heads up running by Paul as he goes all the way to third base with a man on, no one on third base, and that's going to reach on the error.
Yeah, that was a good error that we needed.
Had a chance to get it. He was right. That's right. He's right in front of the shortstop. That was heads up running by Paul, and it brings up your brother, Garner Burton, to hit with the runners on first and third and no outs. Turner.
Last time he put one in play, I think he's going to do it again.
Yeah, he's hit the ball hard. He's just hit it to shortstop every time. He's 1 for 2 in this game with a walk, and he'll watch first pitch come in low as there's a pinch runner on first base. I can't tell who that is for Roberts. That may be Beidelman.
Yeah, it's Beidelman.
Okay, so Beidelman's on first, the pinch runner. Mavericks have runners on first and third with no outs here. Burton again watched one come in 2-0. Surprised they hadn't stolen Beidelman yet. But we'll see if he goes on this one. 2-0 pitch is a good one to run on. Called strike one as Burton watches that one go by. Now you can get aggressive on this next one with a 2-1 count.
Bartman's still on first.
He is on first, and Austin's on deck. 2-1 pitch from Turner comes. Hits Burton in his backside. He'll run down to load up the bases. That'll give the Mavericks base runners on every base. So bases loaded, no outs, Wyatt, and Austin's up. He's doubled 2 times today. He's hit the ball well.
Yes, sir. I think he's going to put one in play again.
If he puts one in play anywhere other than to the pitcher, should score a run. Mavericks have runners on every base. Ducks on the pond, as they say, and pitch comes into Austin low and scoots away. And Jake Lewis-Paul will come in easily as the Mavericks pick up that 11th run. They now lead by 10 in the 5th. Would love to get a couple more, see if they can shut it out in the bottom half of the inning. Runners all move up as Beidelman goes to second base, or third base, and Burton's on second. Austin now is ready to hit again. His first baseman's moved way in. He'll try to get a play at first. Pitch comes in high to Austin. Ball 2, 2-0. How many more runs you think we'll score here, Wyatt?
I think we're going to score those 2 on base right now.
Okay, well, that'd be good. So that'd give us a 13-1 lead if we were able to do it. Strike one on the inside part of the plate as Hayden Austin took a 2-0 pitch and makes the count 2-1.
Inside ball's hard to hit right there.
It is. It's not a good one to swing on a 2-0 pitch. So he was looking for something he could drive. 2-1 comes in outside, 3-1. And the Mavericks have a chance to load the bases back up for Will Keaton Ketchum, who will be on deck. Ketchum on the night's 0 for 3. He's flown out, struck out, and grounded the shortstop back in the last inning. Turner's ready to deliver at 3-1, and it's going to be a base hit down the line. I believe it is. He went to the left side. Austin's having a game today, so he's going to have his 3rd double of the day, really hitting the ball well. And that's going to bring up Ketchum with 2 more runs in. The Mavericks lead by 12 now as they pounded out 13 runs. And we're going to have a timeout here. Pitcher, I'm not sure what happened.
I think they're getting a new pitcher job.
I think they are too. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring in a new pitcher, and we're going to go back to Power 107 for a commercial break while they're warming up the new pitcher and hear some messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Hayden Austin just doubled in 2 more runs as the Mavericks lead 13-1 now. They've had 13 runs on 12 hits. And we're still batting in the top of the 5th. The Mavericks are looking to go 15-1 on the season as they're in the second game of the doubleheader. It looks like the Mavericks are about to make a bunch of changes, try to get some players some playing time as Edgar's going to come in to bat for Ketchum. And on deck will be Robinson for Walton. As Donahue's the new pitcher. First pitch comes in, strike 1. Donahue gets a pitch across the plate. Oh and 1 to Edgar. Austin's got a good lead. It's going to be a ground ball, slow roller to Taylor at third. He picks it up and he's going to throw him out. Not sure the first baseman didn't come off early, but they call him out. And Edgar grounds out 5-3. What do you think? Looked a little early to me, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. I think.
You think what?
I think he was safe.
You think he was safe? So 5-3 put out as Robinson comes up to bat. Mavericks do move the runner over in Austin to third base. Robinson will watch the first one come across, ball 1. If he'll put something in play, he'll drive in another run for the Mavericks. 2-0 now as he watches the second pitch come outside. Kelly will be on deck for Miller, and then Craig Paul has a helmet on in the hole. He'll bat for Nixon. So Donahue's ready to throw again. Ball 3 to Robinson, 3-0. We'll see if Robinson will get to swing away with a 3-0 count with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks lead 13-1 against Humphreys Academy. Have pounded out 12 hits so far as Robinson will take a 4-pitch walk, go down to first base, give the Mavericks runners on the corners now.
I don't know if we're going to see any of our regular batters anymore. I think they're getting everybody that doesn't play that much playing time.
I think you're right. That's exactly what they're going to do is get everybody a chance to bat today. A lot of people have been sitting, waiting their turn on the bench today. In a long afternoon, we've played a lot of baseball this week. The Mavericks are going to go 5-0 on the week and improve to 15-1 when this game's over with. As Kelly's up to bat with runners on first and third. Pitch comes in, strike 1 to Kelly. Donahue gets ahead again. And the count's 0-1. Paul's the left-handed hitting first baseman. He's a 9th grader on deck. Epperson Kelly's an 8th grader. Pitch comes in, swinging foul ball, straight back, 0-2. So an 0-2 count, 1 out. Wyatt, when do y'all play another tournament?
I think next weekend.
Y'all been off for a couple of weeks then?
No, we played
Last weekend?
Last weekend and we won.
Oh, you won? That's the second tournament y'all have won this year?
No, first.
First tournament, gotcha. So an 0-2 pitch coming to Kelly with runners on first and third. Mavericks playing it safe as Robson's still on first. This is going to be a pop fly. It's going to be in trouble. Is this going to drop in between first base or right field and second base? And it's going to be a throw into second as Robinson had to wait to make sure nobody catches it. He gets into the base on an awkward slide. He'll be safe at second. Kelly will have a base hit to right field, and that brings up Craig Paul for Nixon.
It was a high fly ball and it dropped in 1 run.
It did drive in. It kind of found a spot to land between the second baseman and the right fielder, but Robinson had to wait as Paul will step in. Not sure who's coming to bat. Looks like Jake Lewis, Paul, his brother. They're twins. One will be the batter for D's. The Mavericks have driven the lead out to 14-1. Runners on first and second. Mavericks are waiting on Paul's at bat. First pitch comes in low, ball 1. Robinson thought about going and decided to stay. Donahue again looks in. First pitch comes, second pitch comes, ball 2, 2-0. So 2-0 count. Donahue throws another ball, 3-0. So Paul's got a 3-0 count. Runners on first and second, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks lead 14-1 against Humphreys Academy in the second game of a 2-game varsity doubleheader. Jake Lewis, Paul's on deck. Strike one right down the middle to Paul as he was taken all the way.
People on base haven't been taking too big of a lead.
No, the Mavericks are going to play station to station probably here, leading 14-1. Paul's waiting on the 3-1 pitch. Strike, ball 4. Good take as the umpire sends them down to first, and that loads the bases up for his brother, Jake Lewis, Paul, and the Mavericks have the bases loaded. With only 1 out, chance to score some more runs as they're leading 14-1, and Owen Pilla comes out of the dugout. He'll be on deck now. Donahue's the pitcher. Jake Lewis has a chance now to get a hit and drive in a run, Wyatt.
Yes, sir.
First pitch is going to be low, hits the plate, goes to the backstop. Mavericks will not run into home anymore tonight. They'll wait until they get a walk or base hit.
We haven't seen Jake Lewis bat much.
No, he hadn't had many chances. I think he got a hit the other 2 games ago when the Mavericks beat Clinton Christian pretty bad. As he's going to hit one that's going to land just over the pitcher's mound. They'll throw to third base and throw it away. 1 run's going to come in. Kelly will come in. He should have been out at third. Nobody's covering third, and Paul goes to third base, heads up on a ball that was hit just between pitcher and shortstop. Had a lot of English on it, spun away. Donahue picked it up, threw it away at third base. Mavericks scored 2 more runs and have a runner and Paul go to third base as Jake Lewis, Paul, is on first base after that, and it's going to bring up the 10th batter, the inning, Owen Pilla. And then Bideman's going to get a chance to bat for Tyson. He's on deck. Runners on the corner. Mavericks lead now 16-1. So it's been a big inning here, Wyatt. We've scored 6 and we're still batting. First pitch to Owens. Outside, it's going to be 1-0.
We only have 1 out. We can keep on going.
Only 1 out. Mavericks are going around like a merry-go-round right now. As the second pitch comes in low, ball 2. Jake Lewis Paul will go to second base on that one. Give the Mavericks 2 more runners in scoring positions. They lead 14-1. 2-0 count now to Pilla. Donahue delivers again, high this time. Ball 3, 3-0.
I think Pilla's going to take this one. As usual, you take
I think they'll probably take on 3-0. They may let them swing away here with such a big lead. Strike 1, he was taken, 3-1.
That's no fun. Let's go.
Bideman's on deck. Runners on second and third with Pilla up, 1 out. 3-1 pitch on its way. It's going to be way outside. Ball 4, another walk by Donahue. And that's going to put runners on first and second. The Mavericks are continuing to score runs. They've only had 2 hits this inning.
Bideman's up to bat.
And Bideman comes up to bat for the first time today. Trajan Woods on deck, and I think that'll get everybody in the game. As Bideman gets hit on the first pitch, he'll go down to first base, and that's all Coach McClendon can stand for Humphreys Academy as the Mavericks have a 16-1 lead now, 17-1, and we're going to go back to power 107 as the third baseman Turner will come in, or Taylor will come in to try to get the inning over with after these words from our sponsors. Welcome back to Manchester Academy Baseball. Woods is going to ground the ball to second base. He'll drive in and run, but he'll be thrown out at first base. So Mavericks pick up one more run, make it 17-1 now, and brings up Wrigley Richardson as Taylor came back in, got a ground ball out with Woods on the first pitch and throws the ball into Richardson. Mavericks are brought 13 players to the plate this inning. They've scored 7 runs now. Have runners on second and third as Richardson watches the ball come in for a strike, 1-1. Taylor's got it 1-1. He came in with the bases loaded, got Woods to ground out to second base. He'll throw another one in that's going to hit Richardson, and that's going to be a hit by pitch.
Bases loaded again.
Bases are loaded again. You are an observant person there, Watt. They don't tell you you're the best color man in the business for nothing.
Egger steps up to bat.
Egger is back up to bat with the bases loaded. Second time this inning, first pitch comes in. He's going to pop out of play, fouls it back over the bleachers on the right side for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs now with the bases loaded, so the Rebels have a chance to get out of the inning maybe with out somewhere. Pitch comes in, strike 2, swinging. He swung at one outside, Egger did in that one. And now it's 0-2 with 2 outs. Mavericks have plated 7 here, lead 17-1 against Humphreys Academy.
Seth Robertson is on deck right now.
He is. That one's over his head. It's going to be driven all the way to center field. That's going to score 2 more runs as Pilla comes across and Bideman swung at a high pitch tomahawk at the center field. A base hit for Edgar.
I don't think he cared, Josh, if it was about over his head. He just swung.
He was swinging away on that one. And that's going to be another base hit for the Mavericks. Puts them up to 13 on the day and brings up Seth Robinson for the second time this inning. He walked his first time up and has Kelly on deck again as Mavericks have runners on first and second. Pitch comes in to Robinson, strike 1 over the outside part of the plate. Mavericks lead now 18-1 as they've put 9 across this inning.
This is his second at bat.
Or excuse me, 19-1. The next pitch comes outside, 1-1. This is the second bat this inning. You ought to go put your uniform on and see if they'll let you get the bat.
I don't think they will.
So 1-1 count comes in, and this ball's crushed to deep left center field. Robinson hits this one all the way to the fence. The Mavericks will be running for a minute on this one. 1 run's on score, and they're going to hold up Edgar at third base. Try not to run the score up as Robinson crushed this one to left center, gets a stand-up double. Scores another run. The Mavericks now have 20 runs.
Kelly's up to bat.
And we're going to have another pitching change possibly.
It's just time for them to steal home. It's time for them to step off, let them tag, let's go.
So the Mavericks now
I'm ready to go.
lead 20-0. It's a pitching change. We'll see how long it's going to take them to
I think it's number 21 that's pitching.
warm up. While they're doing this, I'm going to thank our sponsors. Hadn't had a chance to do that all day. Williams, Clark, and Morrison, Bank Plus, McCaleb Insurance, Main Street Market, Manchester Academy, Scott Petroleum, Coghlan Planning Service, Yazoo Valley Electric, P-Rose, Jim Newsom Trucking, Bank of Yazoo, and the Yazoo County Fair. Thank you to all these sponsors that bring you Manchester Academy Baseball to you on Power 107 each week as the Mavericks will have a new pitcher they'll face. We're going to go back to Power 107 for a quick commercial break and be back in just a moment. Back to Manchester Academy baseball. Mavericks have runners on second and third with 2 outs, leading 20-1. They've plated 10 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. As Epperson Kelly's up, he's got a low strike called on, but it was strike. Counts now 0-2 as the new pitcher is going to be number 21, Rogers. His next pitch misses high for a ball, 1-0. Craig Paul's on deck. As Kelly's waiting, Rogers sets and delivers 0-2. Just misses outside, 2-2.
Low ball, 2.
Yep, low ball, 2. Robinson's on second base after hitting a double to the left center field wall. Kelly's waiting on the pitch. He's going to swing and strike. Thought it was strike 3, but they're saying it's strike 2. I think he's going to get lucky and get an extra pitch. As he struck out on that one, the umpire didn't have the right call. And now he's going to hit a little blooper to third base, which will mercifully end the inning for the Rebels. The Mavericks score a bunch of runs on some hits and a ton of walks in that inning. They're going to take a 20-1 lead going into the bottom half of the 5th inning. We come back from Power 107. Welcome back to Manchester Academy baseball. Mavericks lead 20-1 as Burton will stay on the mound. Mavericks will try to finish this one up quickly as they'll face the middle of the lineup for the Rebels. It'll be Rogers, Donahue, and Porter as the Mavericks are going to win this one handily. Got to bat a lot of the younger batters in that 10-run 5th inning. The Mavericks have scored 20 runs on 15 hits. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 10 in the 5th. As they'll face Rogers here. First pitch comes in, it's going to be nubbed off the end of the bat, foul ball, or strike 1. Well, Wyatt, your brother's pitching. We're going to have a 1-2-3 inning. Give me your prediction.
I think he's going to throw a couple balls, but he's going to eventually strike out a bunch of people.
Okay. Well, he's 0-1, and now he's 0-2. No balls yet, but 0-2 count. No outs. Mavericks leading big here, 20-1 at Humphreys Academy. 0-2 on his way. Breaking ball just misses low. 1-2. So Burton again's ready to throw. 1-2. Could be a fastball. It's a high fly ball to left field. The wind's blowing it back toward the outfield. A nice catch by Beidelman. As Beidelman's in right field, he was able to go back to the fence. The ball kept pushing the ball back toward him in the field of play. He makes a catch right toward the fence, 1 out. He almost did have to rob it. It was right at the fence. It was a good hit, but it's a long fly ball for an out. As the next pitch is going to be a high ball to the second base for the second out. Porter flies out on the first pitch to catch him, and the Mavericks are 1 out away from ending this long spring break game streak they've had. They played 5 games in 3 days, and they're 2 outs and one out away from ending this ball game is Burton throws a breaking ball, ball 1. He's going to be.
Looks like he got a little sassy and said, block that thing.
Yeah, he didn't like it. The catcher let it get by and hit the umpire. And you're right, White. He's talking to the White Tyson, telling him don't let the ball hit me anymore. Mavericks up 20-1 as Burton again throws one low, 2-0.
You ain't got no padding on that way, buddy.
It looked like it hit Tyson in the neck.
Maybe so.
I felt that one
So
before.
2-0. Nobody's on base. Porter's up. He struck out both times. Both times he struck out, he watched the third strike come across. As he's going to ground a slow one toward third base, Richardson picks it up and drops it. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. It'll be the first error the Mavericks made, and it comes with a chance to get out of the game. It gives a runner on first base and Porter on the error on the third baseman. Mavericks will now face the number 8 hole hitter in Hughes. Mavericks have gone 12 innings, almost 11 2/3 without an error before that one. First error of the day as Burton throws a pitch in for a ball low, 1-0. Again, Burton looks over to first base. He'll work out of the stretch. Pitch comes. Hard hit ball caught by Dees in the air. Nice job as it was tailing downwards. Dees gets it, and this game's over with. The Mavericks will win 20-1. They'll do it on 20 runs on 15 hits. They've made an error on the next to last play. Humphreys Academy has 1 run on just 4 hits and 4 errors as the Mavericks take 2 games today against the Varsity Rebels. And why we can all go have fun now for spring break.
Yes, sir. They won by a big amount.
They did win by a big amount, and the Mavericks will play 5 games next week. It starts on Monday night as we'll be back on the air on Power 107. But until then,